Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Met Center for today's Section 5 championship game between the battle for Bloomington, the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles, the #1 rated team in the state, the top-seeded team in the section, and the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars, the Lake Red Conference rival. I'm Ralph Strangis, and with me is Dougie Cole. Doug is the goaltender coach at the University of Wisconsin River Falls. Also played a little bit of college hockey. He toured in Germany for a while. Dougie, we've got kind of an omen coming into tonight, or today rather. The team, the top-rated team in this Section 5 tournament, has lost the last 5 times out. Can Kennedy make that go away?
Well, I think with the strength that Kennedy has this year, it's going to be it's going to be one of those games that you're going to find that Kennedy is really going to come out and they know that they've lost. You know, Jefferson has taken to 2 of them the last 3 years in a row, I think, and actually beat him in this last game and advanced to the final 8. So I think you're going to see Kennedy come out with a new attitude. They know that they're highly ranked, but they're going to come out with the attitude that they got to come out and win this game. They haven't won anything until they won this game.
The key to Kennedy tonight will be a couple of key players. Jason Miller and Joe Decker are among them.
Well, Jason Miller and Joe Decker, those guys are probably one of the best 2 players in the state. You know, what I call those guys, those are the pure goal scorers. They don't really need to have to work too much to score. They know where the net is and they know how to pass, and they make those pretty plays. You know, another key to the Kennedy team is their goaltending. They got 2 goaltenders that are really tops, and like people say in the NHL, the only way you're going to have a top team is if you can have 2 goaltenders that can take you all the way.
Also on the other side of the ice are the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars, and the Jaguars have lost twice to Bloomington Kennedy this season. First by a score of 6-0, and then they came back and lost 5-3, but an open net goal at the end. It was really a 1-goal hockey game. Tom Soderdahl is coming closer and closer to beating this Kennedy club, and today could be the day. They're going to have to do it. They're going to have to do it behind strong defensemen, and those are guys like Tommy Peterson and Jeff Nelson.
Well, I think coming into this game, Jefferson knows what they have to do, and they're going to start playing. You know, in the other games, I think Kennedy kind of took it to him. I think Jefferson's going to come out and be a little bit more physical, you know, try to help their goaltender out a bit more. In the previous games, you know, they let some really, you know, they were pretty plays by Kennedy's part, but they were mistakes in Jefferson's part, and I think you're going to see a little bit of change in their defensive play. They're going to try to be a little bit stronger in front of the net, and they're not going to let Kennedy jam the front of the net.
Okay, we will find out exactly what will happen as we are almost ready to get underway with the opening face-off of today's Section 5 championship game at the Met Center between the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles and the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. You're watching all the excitement on BEC's Hockey 87. Here we are ready to go for the opening face-off. You see the teams gathering around their respective goaltenders. Today, the starting goaltenders will be for the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles, #1, Chris Lind. Dougie, Chris is one of the top goaltenders in the state, if not the Lake Red Conference itself. He has a 1.31 goals against coming into today's action. He's going to be tough to stop, but he hasn't seen all that much action, and Jefferson's going to give him action.
Well, I think throughout the games that I've seen that Kennedy's been playing, Chris hasn't really had a lot of action. He hasn't had a lot of good quality shots, and it's going to change here. And we talked about this before and how Jefferson has come out in this game every year and beat Kennedy. So you know, and I know, and everybody knows that he's going to be really in for some good quality shots, and now it's going to be a mental game. You know, I mean, it's easy to stop the puck, but now he's going to have the hard shots. He's going to have the shots that are going to really test him, not the easy shots that he's had earlier or the whole season.
And the other side of the ice, we've got Thane Hawkins. Thane is starting for the Jefferson Jaguars. They are 16-6-0. Thane is a senior. He's played in both previous section games when the Jefferson Jaguars defeated Southwest last Saturday, and then the other night when they took it to the Holy Angels squad. Thane played well. He was spelled by Bob Hansen, but we're ready to go. Jefferson Jaguars moving left to right. All white jerseys, royal blue numerals, Columbia blue breezers and trim. Right to left are the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles, the top-ranked team in the state in their midnight blues and gold. At the line, Perrin plays it back for Marco Kreis. We're underway. Tipped out to center ice. Walinga tries to move around Flameng. Shot fired on by McGowan, and then it goes loose to the corner. Now it's tipped up high on the glass in the left corner. Nelson tries to play it out. He does it out to center ice. Marco Kreis races after it into his own end. Just underway in the Section 5 championship. Bloomington Kennedy and Bloomington Jefferson, the winner to go to the Civic Center next week and be a part of that great Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament, the 1987 edition. As Marco banks it off the end boards for Cronkite, Walinga comes back to find it. Now he plays it ahead for McGowan at center, who's tied up by Sedgwick. Buzz Condon picks up the loose puck, moves to his backhand, has it taken away from him by Cronkite, and then it's now loose against the far boards. Tony Bianchi collides, and now in it comes with the Jaguars. Long shot is fired, and covering is Chris Lynn. Buzz Condon took a shot from the top of the right circle, and right away teams look a little tentative, Doug.
Yeah, both are looking a little bit tentative, but the Jaguars are coming out and being a lot more physical than they have in the past, and I think they really know what they have to do in this game, and they're going to come out and really hit hard throughout the whole game, because that's the key to Kennedy's game.
Now face off to the right now. The number one lines are out there. That's Miller, Decker, and Pitico against Jeff Soderdalen's line. He's winged by Grafstrom and Fleming. Buzz Condon chases the puck down. Decker shadows him back at the goal. He puts it in front by Chad Pitico. Diving play by Grafstrom, but he missed the puck. Now taken away there at center ice. Joe Decker finds it. He tries to slide it across. Now he has it again. Here's Pitico. Going in deep. Soderdalen squats to block the shot, and now Pitico again operates back of the goal. Turns and fires it. Another diving stop there by Todd Heil of the Jaguar defense, and then the puck is loose back at center. Landreth ahead for Jason Miller. Tried to go around Condon, and Buzzy banged him to the boards. Now loose again at center. Mike Parent plays it to the open wing. Fleming fires it wide of the goal and now to the corner. Parent is there. The Jaguars make a line change, and the Eagles send it ahead. Jeff Nelson waits for the puck. He fires it in from the red center line, and he's got a cannon of a shot. He's going to try and test Lynn from long range. That time it went wide. Now they center it. Stansbury plays it to the corner. Halverson and Bauer go after it. They'll pin up, and there's a face-off again to the right of the Bloomington. Kennedy Cage and goaltender Chris Lynn. Dougie, it looks like there are more people here for Kennedy than there are for Jefferson, and the Kennedy fans are even a little more vocal.
Well, it's a big deal coming into this game. They're playing in the Met Center again, and I think the Jefferson people are really here, and they're really trying to get behind, they're boost their team up, because they know that Kennedy is ranked number one, and they're not really ranked that high to beat them. And they want to come out here and give their team all the support they can.
Kennedy won the Lake Red Conference. 2 notches back were the Jefferson Jaguars. Kennedy won 2 meetings earlier in the season, both at the Ice Garden. They play a home-and-home series there. But it's all different, because no matter what happens, no matter how good Kennedy's been, if they don't put it away tonight, Jefferson will go. To the corner goes Tommy Peterson. He's shadowed by Manuel Kelly, a blast. And it's a little high, but Thane Hawkins decides to glove the puck anyway and hang on.
Kind of a dangerous play by Thane Hawkins. You don't really want to try to catch anything that's going over the net, because you mishandle the puck. You can put the puck right back into the slot for an extra shot, or you can even actually score on yourself. You got to really, as a goaltender, you got to really be careful of what you're doing around the net, especially in a game like this. Now, we'll just say, for instance, that if Kennedy had scored off a play like that, then they would have been in, or Jefferson would have been in a lot of trouble. That would have put him down early. And in this kind of a game, you don't want to take any unnecessary chances like that.
Now the faceoff will come to the left of Thane Hawkins in the Bloomington Jefferson net. 12:26 remaining in the first period. Scoreless hockey game, the Section 5 championship. Stansbury knocked down by Reed Ganas. Then it's played ahead. Tony Bianchi fires it. And Lynn got a piece to steer it to the corner. Now Bianchi again. Shot fired by Nelson is knocked down by Kevin Calley into the near boards. McGowan and Sedgwick pin up there. Tony Bianchi's out there now. Bianchi just a sophomore, but he had 2 goals the other night against Holy Angels, and young Tony is definitely a key to the success of this Jefferson Jaguar hockey team. Right, Doug?
Right, Rob.
You bet. Now Sedgwick plays it back. Marco Kresch plays it by Bianchi. Reed Ganas in deep. Now takes a weird carom off the boards, and Sedgwick is there, and now we're going to have the first penalty of the hockey game. It's going to come against Reed Ganas of the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Reed goes at 3 minutes and 4 seconds. High stick was the call? 3 minutes and 4 seconds, high sticking. It'll put that potent Kennedy power play to the ice. Jason Miller, Joe Decker, and Chad Pitico, Marco Kreis, Steve Cronkite man the points. Now Cronkite plays it back. Marco will wait to set up the breakout pattern. He waits for Jason Miller, and now up the left wing he comes. Cronkite back for Marco at his own line. Kennedy a little tentative, bringing it out of their zone. Decker backhands it into the corner, and the Eagles will chase it. Hawkins out to stop the puck. Pitico's back there. Plays it out to the point for Cronkite. Cross for Kreis. Now Jason Miller one-times it, and Hawkins there to make the save. Marco Kreis keeps it in. It's on the stick of Jeff Soderdahl, though, and out come the Jags. Across the line, Soderdahl knocks Cronkite down with a wrist shot. And Jason Miller, who's shadowed by Soderdahl, now gives the puck to Joe Decker. Decker comes in on his off wing, his left wing, and Heil plays it right back out to the neutral zone. Almost 1 minute expired in this power play opportunity, the first for the Eagles. As now Cronkite's loose in front of his own bench. Joe Decker plays it ahead. In comes Miller. He's got a slot with Pitico darting for the net. Miller fires it just wide. Now loose again along the near boards, and the Jaguars clear it again. Marco Kreis firing it in. Hawkins squeezes the pads and releases it there to Todd Heil, who plays it up the left side. He'll ice the puck, and they're shorthanded, so no whistle. Grafstrom in alone. Centers it. Pat McGowan finds the handle and steers it ahead to Mark Wallinga. Now Wallinga with Hansen breaking. Wallinga across the Jaguar line. He's met at the blue line and down by Tommy Peterson, and Bianchi clears it. 20 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Kennedy. As Kent Landreth now starts up the middle. Just dumps it by everybody, and the Jags find it again. Good job of penalty killing by the Jefferson Jaguars on this shift. They pin up, there's 4 seconds remaining in the power play, but that doesn't matter because the faceoff's in Kennedy's zone.
Yeah, Jefferson done a great job on killing that penalty off. Every time they got a puck, they controlled it. Instead of just icing the puck right away, they controlled the puck for a couple seconds, and that's real key. You can control the puck, move it around, waste some time, and then dump it down. And the biggest thing is you don't want to dump it down with a good hard slap shot, because a good hard slap shot will take about 2 seconds to clear the whole length of the ice. You get those nice soft wrist shots to get down there, waste 4 or 5 seconds, a couple of those, and you've killed off the penalty.
Shot by Nelson, knocked down. Boy, if that goes through traffic, it's going to be a tough one. Now McGowan comes on as the Jags are at full strength. Patrick ahead for Wallinga. The play is broken up, and McGowan's a hurting unit inside the Jaguar blue line. Oh boy, he was railed off the puck, and there's going to be an interference penalty coming, I believe, as a result of that hit that Pat McGowan took. I don't know if we have it on replay, but McGowan just absolutely pounded to the ice. Patrick might have taken a stick up underneath the cage there.
Either that, or it looked like he might have run into somebody else head first. The way his helmet came off at that, where it popped off like that, it looked like he got hit, and he seemed to be reaching for his chin or something, so that his cage could have come back and hit him. Actually hit him into the face.
Holy smokes.
He's down.
Now, I thought I saw an interference call. I thought I saw the referee make a motion. Did you see that, Doug, or was that
I didn't see that.
My imagination? Well, at any rate, McGowan's down. 9 minutes, 49 seconds remaining in the opening period here. This is the 1987 Minnesota State High School Section 5 Championship to send the winner to the Civic Center. Jefferson got here by beating Holy Angels and also Southwest. Kennedy advanced by beating Wilmer last week, and they beat Washburn the other night. In their 6-0 shellacking of Washburn, the Eagles outshot the Millers 38-3. The Millers didn't have a shot after the 7-minute mark of the second period. They just put them out.
Those are the kind of games that are tough coming into a game like this. You only have 3 shots against you as a goaltender coming into the next game. You're not sharp.
Thane Venix stood between the posts that evening. They've been alternating all year, as Dougie well knows.
I should know that.
So he had even less work than Lind had less work than Venix. But that's kind of been the case all year anyway. These goaltenders for Kennedy have not been getting all that much work. Now Kevin Calley jumps it into the Jaguar end. Thane Hawkins leaves it back there for Tommy Peterson. The Eagles peel off. Peterson sends it straight on net, so there's no icing. And Chris Lind leaves for Rick Weiss, who plays it now for Chad Pitico along the near boards. Then back for Kevin Calley. Callie and Bianchi tie up. Tony tries to center, and Jason Miller, the only man there to take the puck away. And now Joe Decker comes across the Jaguar line. Deep in the corner for Miller. And Thane Hawkins was out to make the stop to challenge Jason Miller. It was a soft pass that they hoped Miller could poke by the Jaguar goaltender, but not so, as Thane Hawkins stood his ground well.
Came up, that was a key save at this point in the game too for Thane Hawkins. It's got him back into the game, and he hasn't looked that steady in there, and I don't think either goalie really has. On the other end, Chris Lind hasn't had many shots, but again, Thane Hawkins hasn't had very many shots either, like good shots. You need a save like that to get you pumped up mentally.
Now McGowan, who's back in there after taking a hit, sends it ahead. Walinga's shot is knocked down in the slot. And Flameng finds it, and he tried to go around Marco, but Trice was there, and he dumps the puck into the Jaguar end. Hawkins wanted icing, but the referee said that Trice's shot was from the Jaguar side of the red center line. Now Pat McGowan spins, goes around Buzz Condon into the corner. He centers for Hansen, and he was tied up. Now Marco Trice driving towards the net, and Soderdahl waited for the puck, and he knocked it by Flameng. It's out at center. Marco Trice again. Fires it into the corner. Thane Hawkins out of his net. Picked up back there by Todd Heil, who comes up the right side, and now rink-wide pass for Flameng, who dove for the puck and couldn't get there, but they wave off the icing nonetheless. Cronkite ahead, they're going to try and catch the Jags in a change, but the pass was behind Bauer. He had to wait, and now he dumps it to the corner. Nelson up the near wing for Schwartz. Across the line, the sophomore Schwartz had 2 goals last week against Southwest, and now is being tied up by Mike Parent. Dave Stansbury. Now Parent plays it up for Bauer, and out to center ice it comes. Both teams respecting the other and waiting, dropping back on defense just about as fast as the other team recovers the puck in their zone, but here's Halverson with a chance, and it's knocked down by Mike Parent. Lind lost his stick, now retrieves it. The shot from Nelson, it's tipped just through the crease. Holy smokes. Halverson on the doorstep, the rocket by Nelson was just tipped wide. Now Landreth finds the handle, and they'll take an icing call to bring it back. Boy, I wonder if we got that one.
Maybe we get a replay on that one. A defensive mistake on Kennedy's part on there. The defenseman should have been there to pick up the stick for Lind. Lind had to come out of the net for himself and pick up his own stick. Didn't see the guy that was in front of the net. The slap shot came from far away, and the guy was behind him that deflected the puck. So he had a defensive mistake, but he also had an offensive mistake because that puck should have been in the net.
Now Tony Bianchi and Jason Miller battle for it. Loose in the corner. Callie bangs Bianchi against the end boards. And Rick Weiss sends it ahead to Joe Decker. Another icing call coming up on the Eagles.
You know, you're not going to get that many good chances. Like, that was a perfect chance. You know, and when you're a member of the Jefferson team playing against the #1 ranked team in the state, you can't afford to miss chances like that. You got to capitalize on chances like that.
Price and Jason Miller to the left of Chris Lind. Rather, that's Sedgwick. How can Jason and Chris? Oh, man. Too many hockey games. Rick Weiss up the far wing for Decker. Now Jason Miller. Backhanded by Sedgwick. He's knocked down, and the the Eagles cleared out to center ice. We'll get it under control here. Pitico tries to take it in. He had Decker breaking. It was a 2-on-1, but broken up nicely at the line. Now Jason fires it back. Loose behind Thane Hawkins. Buzz Condon gives the puck up to Decker. In front, Miller scores! You give the puck up to Joe Decker back of the goal like that, and 9 out of 10 chances. That puck's going in the net. Look at Chris Lind.
Look at the tennis balls. You can't really fault Thane Hawkins on that goal. There's a beautiful pass out in front of the net and a beautiful shot. Going to get a look at here on the replay.
Well, we just saw it, I guess.
I guess we just saw it.
We got to be paying attention, I think, Dougie. 1-0, the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles go on top. The goal coming at 8 minutes, 26 seconds of the first period. Jason Miller from Joe Decker, and I dare say the Eagles are on their way, but it's only 1-0. Jason Miller got the goal from Joe Decker at 8:26. Now McGowan to face off against Sotterdalen at center ice. Loose at the line. Tom Peterson is there. They're going to need a big effort from him if they want to knock off the Eagles. Nelson ahead. Misplays it. Walinga now starts McGowan, who jumps to the corner. Hansen checked off the play nicely by Nelson. Peterson plays it up the wing for Flamang. Loses it in his skates for a moment and now knocks it out to center ice. Mark Walinga battles for it there. It's taken away by Sotterdalen. Sends it ahead for Grafstrom, and Marco clears to the line. Now Nelson and Peterson. Under 6 minutes remaining in the opening period. Kennedy leading 1-0 as Nelson sends it across the line, and it was caught in the skates of Marco Kreis. So that'll bring a face-off on an offside. Dougie, good goal. Jefferson not really looking like they're forming much offensive. The shots are 5-2, and that's kind of usually how it goes when you play Kennedy.
Well, that's the way it goes, and you know, like I said before, you really got to take advantage of your opportunities, and I think that that missed opportunity on Jefferson's part is going to come back and going to haunt him later on in the game. You got to score goals like that.
Now McGowan trying to get one, but he's tied up by Peterson. It goes loose back behind the goal. Jaguars trying to tie it up for a face-off, and now the referees oblige as they rule Nelson with a hand pass behind the net.
I'll tell you something else. I think on that goal, you also see what the size of a goaltender can mean to you as a player. And me only being 5'8", I know completely what it means. As Thane Hawkins came out and Miller took that shot, the puck went over his shoulder, and he's not a tall goaltender. And if it was been a little bit of a bigger goaltender, he could have covered a little bit more area. So it's a real hard thing. I'm not saying that I'm not faulting Thane Hawkins because of his size. I'm just saying that the bigger you are, maybe the more ground you can take. Might have been a little bit better on that situation.
That's interesting because he always speaks so highly of you.
Oh.
Now it's loose in the corner again.
Nice
Kennedy's
ball.
coming in at another one. Bauer puts it in front, and Hawkins kicks out Stansbury's shot. Now Bauer again to Stansbury in the corner. They play it out to the point. Cronkite fires one wide of the mark. Marco Kreis sets up at the left point. Plays it in for Manuel, and Kreis is dumped by Nelson. Now Manuel in the corner. Andy Miller ties him up. And Kreis covers at the point. He shoots. And it's knocked down by Schwartz. And the Jaguars will change lines as Nelson looked like he was going to chase that one down. They would have had an opportunity, but it was at the end of the Jaguar shift, so they had tired skaters out there. Now loose again at center. Heil backhands it ahead. Picked up by Sedgwick and across the line. He comes a drop pass for Reed Ganas. It's off of his skates and on the stick of Marco Kreis, who regroups in his own zone. 4.5 remaining in the first period. As the Eagles break out of their zone. Out to center ice is Bauer. Flips it into the corner. Now they chase it down. Pitico is there. Todd Heil as well. And the puck goes out of play. 4:19 remaining. And Doug, we talked about the size of the goaltender, but one of the other things you want to talk about is Jason Miller. You mentioned it in the opening, and Joe Decker are pure goal scorers. They're also aware that Thane Hawkins is a shorter guy, and he found the right spot to put it.
Well, he put it, if you saw where that puck hit on the net, it hit right in the center of the net and actually knocked off the goalie water bottle right off its stand. So it hit right in the middle of the net, and to me it looked like Thane Hawkins was out on his right angle, but if the puck hit right in the center of the net at the top, it's got to be something to do with the size. I don't want to say anything bad about Thane Hawkins. He's made some great saves in this game so far, but you got to be at a point where you can say, yes, this is what it is like, and this is what happens.
Now Grafstrom comes across the line. He's tied up by Hansen right there, and McGowan watches the puck go to Parent, and now he plays across for Landreth back of the goal. Walinga tries to bump the puck around the official. Now manages to find the handle, and out to center ice he comes. Here come the Eagles 3-on-2. McGowan. Walinga breaking for the net, slides it through, and it's loose in front and picked up by Soderdahl, and it went off the skate of Buzzy Condon, and now the Jags clear at the length of the ice. They're going to wave off the icing as Parent can chase it down. He's bothered by John Grafstrom in the corner. Now it comes loose. Todd Heil pinches in, fires it wide. Grafstrom chases it over to the corner with Walinga. Now it goes up the far boards, and Soderdahl keeps it there, drops it to the point. Buzz Condon's shot is knocked away by Lind. And Flamang now for Soderdahl. Tries to go to the backhand, but tied up neatly by Parent, and Landreth picks up the loose puck. He tries to go through Buzz Condon, and when he lost the puck, decided to make Buzzy pay. Now at center, Jason Miller. The 10s, Miller and Condon collide. And Wade Sedgwick and Hansen bump at center, and then Sedgwick plays it deep. Chris Lind out of his net. Only 2 shots on goal this period for Jefferson. 6 for the Eagles. They lead 1-0, does Kennedy. And Decker trying to make it 2 on the return from Miller. And Peterson there to knock it down. Now out at center ice, Tony Bianchi tries to throw it ahead to Ganas, but he was taken away by Chad Pitico. And then the Eagles knock it to the Jaguar line. 2:30 remaining in the opening period. As Jason Miller is loose at center ice, but covered well by Sedgwick. Nice move by Miller, and then he loses the puck coming in. Knocked back out to center ice by Peterson. Rick Weiss is there. And he fires it deep. Thane Hawkins out of his net, and the Eagles change lines. Reed Ganas ahead for Andy Miller, and his shot is knocked down by Cronkite, and Marco plays it out to center ice. Chasing it down is Bauer. He'll have a chance, but Nelson should get there to tie him up. He does. As Manuel goes for the net, he puts it in front by Stansbury. And Schwartz is there. Now Schwartz coming up the left wing on his off wing. He comes across the blue line. And the puck is in deep, and Chris Lind decides he'll just cover that one and hold for a faceoff. Jefferson, Dougie. What have they been doing that have allowed Kennedy into their zone with so many chances?
Well, I think they've been breaking down defensively. You know, the only reason, in my opinion, they're still in this game is that young man down there, Thane Hawkins. He's kept them in this game. He's the one that's made the, come up with the big saves. They've made some really dumb defensive mistakes by their defenseman. A guy comes down, you want to play the man's body. The guy goes around him, leaves the puck and goes around him. The defenseman doesn't hold him, and he's right back into the play. They got to stop that man after he leaves the puck.
Here's a chance again for the Eagles, but it's fired across, and Andy Miller sure-handedly knocks the puck ahead to Schwartz, who's bothered by Bauer but manages to dump it in anyway. Chris Lind out back of the goal. Chris plays it to the corner. We're going to have a penalty coming up on Schwartz as he took Chris Lind out of the play. Big hit on Chris Lind, who made a move in the direction of the Jaguar.
It was a dumb penalty by Jason Schwartz. You can't even touch the goalie. It's a new rule. You can't even touch interference on Chris Lind in goal. You can't even touch the goalie though now. It's a rule. If you hit the goaltender anywhere behind, I think it's the dots, it's an automatic penalty.
All right, let me ask you, as a goaltender, Dougie, do you like that rule?
Well, it didn't bother me. I mean, I was always out of my net hitting everybody anyways. You know that.
Yeah. The most penalized goaltender in the Wisconsin State University Conference, were you not?
I think so. I don't know. Never mind. 38 minutes last year in Germany.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get any assists? Did you ever assist on a goal?
Yeah, 4.
In Germany?
2 in Germany, 4 in River Falls.
And we had the other night, the reason I ask you is that both Jefferson goaltenders the other night had assists.
In the same game.
In the same game. That's an oddity.
Yep.
Thane Hawkins and Bob Hansen both had assists. And now it's a chance for Kennedy to go up 2-0. They like to do that going into the second period, and they're going to have a chance now as Cronkite, Kreis, Miller, Decker, and Pitico will be putting the puck at Thane Hawkins. But the Jags clear it down, and the Eagles have to regroup. The 4 power play preventers out there are Flamang, Soderdahl, Peterson, and Nelson. That's Peterson playing it ahead for Jeff Soderdahl, who dumps it into the Kennedy Eagle zone. Now Marco sets up again. He plays it across for Cronkite. Now the Eagles a little slow getting started on this one. 35 seconds remaining in the period. The penalty will carry over into the next period unless the Eagles capitalize. Marco plays it up the near wing. Now Jason Miller slides it across. Cronkite loads up and fires, and it's knocked down in front. Here's Jason Miller across. Oh, and Pettico missed the open net, and Joe Decker was turned away by Thane Hawkins. 15 seconds remaining in the period. As Peterson plays it out of the zone, in the neutral ice area it comes, and now back to the Kennedy line. That should just about do it. The Eagles will start the next period with a power play as Cronkite's spinning shot is knocked down by Thane Hawkins as the first period expires. A good first period. The Eagles came out, got the first goal, and Jefferson held them off in this final power play opportunity, something that not a lot of teams can do. Kennedy likes to really break your back in the first period. They didn't do that today against Jefferson.
Well, even though Jefferson is down 1-0 right now, it was very important for them not to get scored on right at the end here on this power play. By not getting scored on, they have the momentum coming into the next period. They've done well so far this period. They were outshot 7-2, but hey, they're still in this game. It's only 1-0, and another good break like they had earlier in the period on that deflection that they didn't capitalize. It's a tie game, and you never know what can happen.
41 seconds will remain in the penalty to Jason Schwartz that will open the second period, so the Eagles will have a power play. It is 1-0 Kennedy after one. You're watching the Section 5 championship game. That must mean your TV set is tuned to BEC's Hockey 87.
It's hard work keeping in shape, but it's important to me to be the best that I can be and look the best that I can look. I don't go through all this to impress other people. I do it because I care about me. I care about my body and my health, but most importantly, I care about feeling good about myself. That's why I would never, ever take illegal drugs. I've seen some people who smoke marijuana, and they seem to lose pride in their appearance. They lose their motivation to achieve. And let's face it, what goes in your body eventually shows up on the outside. The bottom line is stay away from drugs, but do it because you care about yourself.
Well, they just dropped the puck. Second period action, Kennedy. Now operating at center ice, this is Steve Cronkite. Coming across the line, looking for Decker in front. The Eagles lead 1-0 after two. After one. How many periods? One period. Okay. Marco Kreis now from the top of the left circle fires it to the corner. Pittico's tied up by Nelson. Kreis winds and fires, and Hawkins clears it out. Pittico's rebound. Miller shoots one. And Peterson there to clear it the length of the ice. Right away, Dougie. They're coming in strong. I'm Ralph Strangis with River Falls Falcon hockey goaltending coach Dougie Cole. Dougie, a former goaltender himself, and that's not how you want to start the second period, or is it? As a goaltender, you want that much action? There's Miller again, and Hawkins clears it away. Dougie,
well,
talk to me.
We'll get on that on the next break here.
Okay. Cronkite across for Marco at center. That was a power play opportunity. That's how Kennedy opened the period, and now Cronkite's going to give the Jags a power play. 13:55 remaining. The penalty coming at 1:05.
Okay, so some great saves by Thane Hawkins. He kept him there. Now, personally, what you said, Ralph, do you want to come into a period like that? Yes and no. From Thane Hawkins' point of view, hey, he's in there, he's made the saves, he's kept his team in, he's going to be pumped up mentally right now. As the team, no, you don't want to give up those kind of opportunities early in a period because that can set the stage for what happens later. So it has good and a bad side to it. But I think as we see right here on this penalty coming up, was a dumb mistake by the Jefferson. By the Kennedy player, got his elbow up a little bit too high, got an elbowing penalty. Now it's come back to where we're going to have a chance for the Jaguars to take over and really take it to the Kennedy Eagles. So maybe they can switch it around a bit here.
Well, now Kennedy has just seen 2 shots on goal, has Chris Lind, over a period and a minute. And so now we'll see if Chris is still sharp and if the Jags can do something with it. And here's Wallinga trying to muster a break for the Eagles. But it's broken up there at center. Now Tony Bianchi plays it ahead. It's Bianchi with Sotterdalen and Fleming. Grafstrom also, and Tommy Peterson are the power play skaters out there for Jefferson. Wallinga, McGowan, Landreth, and Mike Parent are the power play preventers for Kennedy. Kennedy the other night against Washburn had 3 shorthanded goals. The best defense is a good offense, and here comes Pat McGowan. He shoots one, and it's knocked down by the defenseman Peterson, who plays the puck out to center ice. Now Fleming crossing, now operating on his off wing. His right wing comes to the corner and plays it out to the point for Peterson. Tony Bianchi on the left point, watches it go off his left boot and out to center ice. 54 seconds remaining in the Jaguar power play. Yet to put one on Chris Lind, and now the Jags dump it. Back of the goal, Chris Lind is there. Landreth plays it up the near boards and by Tony Bianchi. Thane Hawkins out to play the puck. Puts it back now, does Bianchi for Tom Peterson. 30 seconds remaining in the Jaguar power play. They trail 1-0. Kennedy scored the first and only goal of the game. Jason Miller at 8:26 from Joe Decker behind the net, and Rick Weiss out in front. And now Sotterdalen operates at the left circle. He fires it low. Centering pass by Fleming. And it goes by Sotterdalen. Now to the point for Tony Bianchi, who shoots one. It's knocked down. The rebound by Fleming. He hits the goalpost. Oh! And a big save by Landreth. He kicked out Sotterdalen's shot. The Kennedy Eagles have weathered the power play. An almost sure goal for Jefferson. And the Eagles are living right.
Living right. Landreth, an unbelievable save. Right on a doorstep shot. Gotta give that Landreth all credit for that whole power play route. He saved that whole thing. We're gonna get a look at this right now. The puck comes back to the point with a slap shot. Guy gets the puck, takes the shot, hits the goalpost, going. Landreth makes a great leg save. Unbelievable leg save. Would have been a good save as a goaltender.
Now
he's a defenseman.
Back to live action as Sedgwick plays it ahead to the far boards to Reed Ganas, who moves around Kevin Calley, and he and McGowan now tie up, and Patrick finds the puck and pulls it back of his goal. Now he's skating up his right wing. To center ice he comes, and now across the Jaguar line is McGowan. But he's hauled down by Buzz Condon, and Mark Wallinga then plays it back of the goal to the corner in the right. Buzz Condon tries to clear. Calley waits for it there. McGowan knocked it down, and then the Jaguars send it to the neutral zone. 10:52 remaining in the second period. 1-0 Bloomington Kennedy. Bloomington Kennedy in dark blue and gold. Jefferson in white and Columbia blue. The winner of this game will go to the St. Paul Civic Center as the Section 5 representative. They'll join some good company. We'll talk about that a little later as Manuel's backhand is knocked up and caught by Thane Hawkins. Dougie, big pressure now as the Jags try and come back against Kennedy. But joining them, the Section 1 representative, the Burnsville Braves, are back in at Section 2. Well, they'll play that one this afternoon. From Section 3, Hill Murray is there in the tournament. Section 4 is South St. Paul. This is Section 5. Section 6, we'll see Minnetonka and Edina playing. Section 7 representative, I went up, believe it or not. Here's a replay now. We're going to take a look at this. Opportunity right in front, a good glove save by Thane. But I went up the other night. I got a wild notion, and I drove up to Hibbing the other day. On Thursday.
How far is that?
200 miles.
200 miles.
To go see a hockey game.
On
anyway,
a whim.
On a whim. I went, well, you know, it's the kind of guy I am, and I went and watched Coleraine play Grand Rapids. Coleraine is so tough. They're coming out of Section 7, and we know War Road is going to be there from Section 8. Just 3 sections left. That's 5, 6, and 2, and all those teams to be decided today. Right now, we've got the Section 5 championship. And Marco Kreis is battled back there and jostled a bit. Then gives up the puck. Loose now and out at center ice. Nelson is there. He fires it in from his own side of the red center line. They're late on the whistle, but it is an icing nonetheless. Also Doug Lindow is out there. Number 11 for Jefferson. Now he skates to the bench. That's his first shift this evening. He didn't see much time the other night either. But Jefferson walked, Kennedy walked. They're both here. You know, you started Section 5. And you thought, well, it'll be Jefferson and Kennedy, and sure enough, it's Jefferson and Kennedy.
At the beginning of the season, how many teams do they start with in the state of Minnesota? I think around
140 or something.
143 teams. Now we're down to, just about 8. 8 go to the you know, he'd go to the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament. It's going to be at the Met here next...
Civic Center, I'm sorry.
Next weekend?
Next weekend, starts Thursday. Shot by Christ, fired wide.
A lot of hockey been played this year.
Now it's too far for Chad Pittico, and a whistle behind the play as one of the Eagles came in ahead of the puck.
And I can say I've been lucky enough to do quite a few games with you, Ralph.
It's kind of almost an electric experience doing games with me.
I don't know if it's electric. It's been interesting.
Okay. Nine minutes and 52 seconds remain in the second period. Kennedy has outshot the Jags 13-3. They only lead on the scoreboard 1-0. Jefferson is definitely in this hockey game. Marco ahead to Kronkeit, who's knocked down. Now Walinga finds the puck at his own line, but Jeff Soderdahl in there to pick his pocket and fire it into the corner. Back of the goal it comes. Chris Lind is out. Cleared up the near wing now and out to center ice. Tommy Peterson chases it down. Looking to play it across and then decides to play it up the near wing for Soderdahl and ahead for Flameng. He tries to hit Grafstrom, but his long rink-wide pass is too far, and Marco chases it down in the corner, banks it off the far boards, and Pat McGowan now starts the Eagles the other way. Walinga races after it. He finds the puck, a drop pass for Hansen. Tied up over there by Heil. Hansen tries to slide it through. Soderdahl in there to pick it up. Dangerous move in front of his net. And Marco Kreis keeps it in at the left point and fires it deep. Thane Hawkins out of his net. Stumbles a bit and Buzz Condon picks up. The Eagles make a change. As the Jaguars come in, Flameng relays the puck softly on Chris Lind, who leaves it for Kronkeit. Now Jason Miller at center ice. Maneuvering there and dancing, Jason Miller, the Division I prospect indeed for the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles, sends it ahead, and he's met at the line strongly. But the pass is too far for Sedgwick. Marco Kreis is there to play it back again for Jason Miller. Here he comes 2-on-1, 3-on-1 with Pittico and Decker. Joey Decker shoots, he scores!
Dane Hawkins there.
Here it comes again. Beautiful drop pass. First time it was Miller from Decker, now Decker from Miller, and the Eagles lead 2-0. Hawkins a little bit mad at himself. He thought he had it. In fact, he got a piece of it, but not all of it.
Not all of it.
Got to get all of it.
Yeah, got to get all of it.
It looked more like 5/8, but
a beautiful play on that pass because he used the wide man as the decoy. I think Hawkins thought the pass was going to go all the way across to the far side of the net, and he just dropped it back. Beautiful shot, beautiful pass. And Thane Hawkins, a nice try. He just about had it. You know, he made the right move, made that double leg slide. You know, got most of the puck, but unfortunately it went in. But I think the shots on goal so far this game tell the story. 14-4 in favor of Kennedy. Announcement coming over the goal.
Joey Decker puts the Eagles up 2-0. We mentioned before the game that if the Kennedy Eagles win, they will break the Section 5 jinx. The #1 rated seed team in the section has lost the section final each of the last 5 years. Kennedy, of course, were seeded #1. They're the #1 team in the state, champions of the Lake Red Conference, and the Jaguars trying to dethrone them and make the trip for their third straight season to the St. Paul Civic Center. Landreth now loses the puck. Flameng comes in hard. Chases it to the corner. He and Parent collide back there, back of the goal, and the puck is loose now in the left corner. Flameng without a stick. Kicks it ahead now. Good play over there for Lindau, who loses to McGowan, and now the Eagles knock it out to center ice and into the Jaguar zone. Hansen stood up nicely by Heil, allowing Tommy Peterson to find the play for the Jaguars. Long pass too far. Icing call upcoming on the Jefferson Jaguars with 7:29 remaining. The faceoff will come back to the right of goaltender Thane Hawkins and the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguar net.
Who got that goal?
Decker.
Decker got the goal. We got it down as Pittico from.
Okay, I've got my statistician here, Ralph Strange, Senior. And I don't know. Go back to lawyering, I think, after this one. What do you got? 14, 8, and 10. Okay, he's all right. He's got it. Now out to center ice. Tommy Peterson comes across the Eagle line. He shoots one, and Chris Lind kicks it away. Collision in front of the net. Diving play by Halverson is knocked away. Now Mike Parent watches it go to the corner. He and Andy Miller tie up. Schwartz there as well, and they blow a whistle. The faceoff will come to Chris Lind's right. Chris now seen 5 shots on goal from this Jefferson Jaguar team who may be just kind of waiting and want to spark something in the third period, but you wait too long on the Eagles, you find yourself down by plenty.
I don't think it's a case of wanting to wait. I think it's a case of Kennedy just taking it to Jefferson and really controlling the game. You know, like you said, Ralph, you can't. Okay, we're going to get a replay here.
This is the tail end of the play.
Tail end of that play. A lot of bumping along the boards. We see a lot of heavy checking. I think that's what Jefferson is going to have to do to get right back into this game. You know, they're only down 2-0. If they can come out and really hit hard and really take it to Kennedy, they're going to be right back in this.
Schwartz, the sophomore, tries to send it across, and it's knocked away by Parent, and Manuel sends it ahead. Bauer racing after it, but Tommy Peterson's back, and Bauer puts one on net that Thane Hawkins easily blades away to the corner. Now it's out in front. Bauer's shot goes wide. Halverson tying up Stansbury. They all go down atop the puck, and another faceoff upcoming this time in the Jaguar end of the rink. 6 minutes and a half exactly to play in the second period. The Eagles lead 2-0 on their quest to go to the state tournament to prove to the other 8 sections that they are indeed the state's best. Talking about that Coleraine game I saw the other night, though, and Greenway, the only team to hand Kennedy a loss this season. The Kennedy Eagles, of course, come into the game today 21-1. The only blemish, a 4-3 overtime loss against the Greenway Coleraine Raiders. Greenway is tough. I mean to tell you, gang, they'll play in the semis if they get that. If Kennedy wins its opening game in the state, provided they get there, and Greenway wins its first game, Section 6 and 7 will play, so either Edina or Minnetonka will play Coleraine. Section 4 and 5 will play. That'll be South St. Paul as that representative, and then either the Jaguars or Kennedy. And so the winner of those 2 sections will play in the semis. And if we can look ahead a little bit, that could be that rematch of Kennedy-Coleraine. What a great game that would be. Friday night. Don't miss it. But the Jags want to do something about that, and now they have the puck back behind Chris Lind. Jason Miller loses the puck to the near boards. Sotterdal in there drops for Bianchi. Now coming in is Buzz Condon, and it's tipped just wide in front. Tied up nicely with Sotterdal by Kelly, and now he shoots, and it's knocked down in front by Joe Decker. Another opportunity for the Jaguars, but they just can't seem to put it by Chris Lind. Ahead now from Rick Weiss for Chad Pitico at center.
Or the defense.
Or the defense. The defense have been playing great. Decker in deep. Back of the goal. Now to the corner. Marco at the point. He slides it across for Cronkite, who waits. Now he loads it up. Starting in toward the net. It's knocked away in front there by Todd Heil. Cronkite just waltzed in. No one between he and the net. They waited for him to do something with the puck. And now the Jaguars ice it again. Holy smokes, Doug, I'll tell you.
Really, really smart play on his part, coming in, making the fake slap shot, because in the games that I've seen Jefferson play, they do a lot of sliding. They try to block those shots and help out Hansen and Hawkins, you know, in goal there by sliding and blocking the shots. But by sliding, you're taking yourself out of the play, and as you saw in that play, Ralph, 2 of the Jefferson players slid. As you can get a look at it right here. Oh, got to look at a nice save by Chris Lind.
Now it's loose again in the Jaguar end. Wade Sedgwick back there behind his goal. Tries to come up his left wing and now leaves for Peterson. The stick-handling defenseman comes across the Eagle line. He's going deep to the corner with it now. He and Cronkite collide and the puck is still loose. Mark Wallinga and Peterson go after it. Now picked up by Marco Kreis, and Marco sends it ahead to McGowan. Here they come 2-on-1, McGowan and Hansen. Hansen onside, and it handcuffs him. He couldn't quite handle the puck. Now Sedgwick to Reed Ganas. Ganas alone, he fires it, and Cronkite there to take all the mustard off that shot. but he plays it right back for Ganas, and now Marco taps it by Reed and sets up back of his goal. 4:20 remaining in the second period. As Marco sends it ahead to Pat McGowan, who comes in on his off wing, his left wing, he holds and shoots. And he's tied up there by Nelson, and the puck goes loose behind the net. Now Buzz Condon sends it ahead to Andy Miller, and Wade Sedgwick over skates. Reed Ganas flips it into the corner. Now loose along the far boards. Ahead by Cronkite, too far for everyone. An icing call this time on the Eagles, and the faceoff will come back to the left of Chris Lind in the Bloomington Kennedy zone. 3:55 remaining, Doug, and Jefferson to get in it, you know, they got to put one by Lind, and you'd think they'd want to do it soon.
I think they want to do it whenever they can.
Like right now?
Like right now. But they have been testing them a lot more this period than they did last period. You know, they're coming out and they're playing a lot more physical this period. I think, you know, it's really helping out. They're playing a lot better.
Now here's a chance in front, and Schwartz is tied up. It goes loose in the corner, centered for Halverson from Lindau. And the Eagles come back the other way with it, and Thane Hawkins almost loses one that dribbled through his legs, and then he was quick to turn around and drop on the puck. Boy, 3-0 would be something that Jaguars wouldn't like to see at all on the scoreboard, and it almost came on a real sleazy play.
Maybe we're going to get a replay of this here.
Who knows?
Who knows? We don't know.
There we go. Back to live action. Stansbury now and Schwartz, who plays it up the far boards. Manuel bumps back there. Dave Stansbury finds the puck. He spins and fires it off the right side of the net. Manuel plays it back. Bauer looking to step, and they score! Stansbury puts the Eagles up 3-0.
Get a look at the replay here. A shot goes wide. Hawkins makes the first save. The puck comes to the side. Now here's a mistake by Hawkins. He should have left the puck there. He tried to get out there when his defenseman was there. Hawkins does not use his stick well. He's not a very gifted goalie with his stick. As you know, we haven't seen actually many goalies in Minnesota that are very good. The one goalie from Wilmer was excellent with the stick and could really shoot the puck.
Now you think that's an important quality, especially as the boys get into college?
Well, I think it's real important because you have to be able to help your defenseman out. And I think that if Thane had been a little bit better with his stick, he could have just turned around and took a shot the puck off the glass, and nothing would happen. He doesn't. He's not that good with his stick, and consequently, he went out there, mishandled the puck, and their guy just picked it up and shot it in front of the net. Getting a look at the Kennedy bench here. 3-0 over the Jefferson Jaguars. 3:22 left in the second period. 3-0 the Eagles over the Jaguars, and the shots are off. 18 for the Eagles, 7 for the Jaguars.
I expected a lot closer battle from Jefferson, but of course the game still has a period and then some left. Kevin Callie ahead for Chad Pittico. Jason Miller now coming in 1-on-3. Watch Jason fire it just wide of the mark. Pittico in the corner, back for Miller again. In front, Decker scores! I'll tell you something, Miller, Decker, and Pittico could be the best line in the state.
Replay on that. A real nice pass, a beautiful pass coming from behind the net. Jason Miller passing that puck right out, and Decker just picking it up, shooting it right through the legs of Thane Venix. Venix not having a chance on that play. Oh, Hawkins, I'm sorry. Venix plays for
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
There's only two goalies in the state named Thane, and they go to the
yeah.
Bloomington school.
Yeah.
So. Oh,
excuse me. For those people that are watching, a mistake.
Jaguars are on the ropes. And now they send it ahead. Soderdahlin And it's knocked back out by the Eagles. Softly, they will call the icing. Decker scored his second goal of the game. It's now 4-0 Kennedy. Those Jaguars are going to need a little something. Soderdahl scoped it out. You know, he lost the first one to the Jaguars 6-0 to Kennedy. The second one was 4-3 until the last minute when Decker put one into the open net. And then it was 5-3 Kennedy. Soderdahl thought he was setting him up pretty good. Kennedy is the class team in the state. And they keep playing like this, they're going to get a chance to prove it at the Civic Center next week. Now back of the goal, Tommy Peterson. Shadowed by Wallinga. McGowan does the same to Soderdahl, but Jeff plays it out to center. Marco Kreis ahead. Pat McGowan. In comes McGowan. Tries to drop it for Hansen. He's tied up by Soderdahl, and Hansen now back of the goal. Sends it out to the point. Cronkite for Hansen. Cross point now for Marco Kreis. Deep in the corner, they'll have to chase it. Hansen back behind the goal. Took a poke check from Hawkins and then lost the puck as Peterson played him off of it, and then out to center it comes again. Cronkite with under 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Hawkins trying to draw those icing calls. Every time the puck is shot in from around center ice, he puts his arm up. But the referee's got to agree with him before the whistle's blown. Now Marco tries to clear it out of the zone. He does. That should be a delayed offside, and it is, as it trapped a couple of Jaguars in.
Talking about class teams, you got to give the Jaguars a lot of credit. They're down 4-0. You know, clearly right now, Kennedy is in complete control of the game, but they're not giving up, and they're going to fight this game right till the end. You know, and that shows a lot of class in itself. As long as they're in there and working hard, that shows a lot of class. So, I mean, we got two very classy teams here playing in the Section 5 championship game.
But this year belongs to the Kennedy Eagles, we should say. They blew through that Lake Red Conference, beating everyone, including Burnsville twice, Jefferson twice, and all the other Lake Red Conference teams. Now Sedgwick backhands a soft one that Chris Lynn easily steers away. Now Pittico ahead for Miller. Miller, Pittico, and Decker. Here come the boys again. Drop pass for Miller, and he's tied up. And now Decker goes down on his bid for a hat trick. Dane Hawkins came out to tie him up. Landreth chases it down in the corner to the right of his goal. Tied up back there by Sedgwick. Wade causes him to lose his stick, and then they pin it up with 1 minute and 1 second remaining in the second period. The Jefferson Jaguars are putting up a noble effort, but they're up against the Kennedy Eagles, and the Eagles lead them 4-0.
The look of dejection on some of the Jaguars' faces down there. We got their heads down, and that was something that an assistant coach that I had for 3 or 4 years at River Falls in the name of Mickey Keating. Do you remember who Mickey Keating is?
Yeah.
Always said that you never put your head down while the game is on. Keep your head up, you know, be proud of what you're doing and work hard. Once you put your head down, that shows the other team that you're kind of a little bit of music to go with our.
Well, you know, we like music while we watch the game. They're keeping their heads up now, and Bianchi's turned away by Chris Lynn. Soderdahl again for Tony Bianchi out to Buzz Condon at the point. He shoots one, and it's knocked down by Pat McGowan. It's loose in the corner again now. Soderdahl and McGowan and Tony Bianchi collide, and 20 seconds remain in the second period. The building, well, there's a lot of people here. I'd imagine they're up 9,000 maybe. What do you think?
8,570
and 70 something?
6.
Well, of course, coming up is Minnetonka and Edina. We will not carry that game, I don't think, unless somebody pulls a surprise on me, but They will be next, so you will see Minnetonka and Edina people drifting in, and so the building should be packed. Last year I did the Section 3 tournament for another cable system.
Who is that?
I can't mention it. One of the competing systems. Anyway, they're all good buddies, that's right. And 16,000 people and more were here to watch Hill Murray beat White Bear Lake 4-2. It was a great game. Open net goal at the end. They almost scored on the pulled goalie and all that fun stuff. And at any rate, the period will expire with the puck on the stick of Marco Price. 4 for the Kennedy Eagles. Zip, 0, nil, nada for the Jefferson Jaguars. We will go to break. When we come back, through the magic of tape delay, we will have for you the third period of play. You're watching the Section 5 championship game on BEC's Hockey 87.
Smoke? No thanks, I can live without them.
The American Heart Association. We're fighting for your life.
The preceding announcement was furnished by the American Heart Association and BEC and the Marlboro Man. That was Tom Ringdahl, wasn't it, in that spot?
I think
It looked kind of like him. Anyway, 15 minutes remaining in the season for one of these two teams, and unless the Jaguars get on their horse, they'll be the ones watching the tournament next week as the Kennedy Eagles are up 4-0 after 2 periods of play. Jason Miller scored in the first period. In the second period, Joe Decker opened the scoring at 6:36 from Pinnacle, and Miller it was 2-0 to go 3-0. Stansbury got the goal from McGowan and Bauer at 12:38. And then the final goal of the period, Decker's second of the game at 12:58, just 20 seconds later from Jason Miller. Score 4-0. Penalties in the hockey game. Kennedy has taken 1 penalty for 2 minutes. It was in the second period. The Jaguars failed to capitalize, but had some good chances. 2 periods on Jefferson for 4 minutes. The Jaguars with Thane Hawkins in their net are moving left to right in the third period. In all white jerseys, Columbia blue breezers, royal blue numerals, and white trim. Right to left in their midnight blue jerseys and bright gold numerals with white trim are the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles, the state's #1 seeded team. Soderdahl and McGowan at center to open period 3. Nelson plays it ahead for McGowan. Now Hansen there, he's tied up at center ice. Stansbury tries to knock it ahead, but Marco plays it rink wide, and now Jason Miller darting at center ice, comes across the line. Miller shoots one, that's McGowan rather, and he fires it wide. That 6 looked like a 0 from up here. Now McGowan and Nelson battle for it. Walinga in the corner. Jeff Soderdahl is there, he plays it ahead. Too far for Grafstrom, who's toppled in front of the Kennedy Eagle bench. And as the Jags knock it right in, Hansen knocks it right back out to center ice, and now he tries to move it around Grafstrom, but tied up neatly and now still loose. Grafstrom finds the open puck and fires it into an open area of the ice in the corner. Walinga ahead now, intercepted at center by Buzzy Condon, who slides it across. Tony Bianchi across the line is met at the blue line, and now McGowan plays it ahead for Walinga. Walinga tied up neatly. Now behind the play, a shot by Stansbury is knocked down in front. Tony Bianchi clears it out to center. Mark Walinga across for Cronkite. Back out to the neutral zone. Jason Miller's out there now. Miller with Decker and Pinnacle. This line has accounted for 3 of the 4 Kennedy Eagle goals. They have accounted for probably 75% of the scoring all season. Jason Miller, the leading scorer in the Lake Red Conference, 2 steps behind him and behind Dan Bretschneider of Burnsville. is Joe Decker. Miller with more assists than anyone, more points than anyone. Decker more goals than anyone. So there's plenty of scoring from that line. I'm Ralph Strangeson. With me is Doug Cole. Doug is the assistant goaltending coach of the River Falls Falcon hockey team, Herb Brooks' favorite hockey team. How come you guys didn't beat him while we're on that? Dougie also played college hockey goaltender at River Falls, Wisconsin. Has a national championship ring for his efforts in the 1983 NAIA tournament. He'll lend his comments and suggestions as the broadcast progresses. Now Tony Bianchi backhands it out to center. Landreth there to play it ahead for Decker. Loose at center ice, Wade Sedgwick finds the corner to the right of Chris Lind. The Jags make a change. 13:09 remaining in the final period. 4-0 Eagles as they come across and now to center. Parrott from his own side of the red center line, but they wave it off. Hawkins back to stop it. Buzz Condon rounds his net right and comes out. Manuel there to tie him up, and now here comes Stansbury. He fires it right to the midsection of Thane Hawkins, who hangs on. Dougie, what are the Jags going to do to get back in this?
If I had been the coach, Coach Soderdahl, I think I would have put Bob Hansen at the beginning of this period. You know, we saw it in that Wilmer game against Kennedy. They put their second string goalie in, and they came out and played a lot better. You know, we talked about this before, Ralph. I mean, when you got a new goaltender in, your team plays more defensive-minded, and sometimes it gives you that extra spark plug you need to come out and maybe get this game close.
Thane Hawkins not playing all that badly, but
no, he's not playing badly.
But you're just looking for a change.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's 4-0. The chances coming back on a team like this, they're going to still be in the same. They're in the same groove. You know, why not to try to change things up, but get a little bit different groove? And if nothing else, get Bob Hansen in there. He's a senior too. Let him play a little bit of their if they're going to, in fact, lose.
Now Manuel fires it wide. He had a chance with Bauer on the doorstep waiting to tip it in, but puck just went by a few inches to the right. Now Manuel again at center ice. Flips it into the corner, and the Eagles change. Jeff Nelson banks it hard to Schwartz. Andy Miller diving for it. Stansbury again with a chance, and they score! The Eagles are soaring, and now they lead 5-0. Bauer with the goal, I think. I believe they're going to give it to Dan. We'll check it out again now as we get a chance to see it. Shot from Stansbury. Bauer on the doorstep, and you bet Hawkins made the initial save.
Made a good save, just didn't control the rebound. And we've talked about this before, Ralph. You got to be able to control the puck after you make the save, but it was such a good shot from the point. It was a nice hard shot. You know, Hawkins got a piece of it, made the initial save. There should have been a defenseman there to pick him up, to pick up Decker in front of the net.
It wasn't Decker. They're going to have to change that. That was Bauer.
Oh, Bauer, I'm sorry.
Bauer was, well, that's right, they have it up on the scoreboard.
Somebody should have been there to pick up Bauer in front of the net. He shouldn't have been standing there by himself.
That shot by Marco is cleared away. Walinga dumps it to the corner. Pat McGowan chases back there, but Heil beats him to the puck. Marco at the left point, sliding it down for Hansen. Checked off the play by Soderdahl, and Jeff Nelson sends it ahead. Cronkite races for it with Fleming. Puck loose. Marco plays it to the corner. Soderdahl waiting for it. And then McGowan gets there quickly to knock it out to center ice. Fleming ahead for Soderdahl. Goes to his backhand around Marco, and now also coming in is Cronkite to really level Soderdahl as he tried a backhand shot that went wide. Walinga. At center now, this is John Grafstrom. His weak shot kicked away. Chris Lind has had to make, I'd say, of the 11 shots on goal, maybe 2 saves. And Fleming goes down hard. There's going to be a penalty coming up to somebody, and it might even be Fleming the way the crowd is reacting.
Cross-checking.
Well, no, it'll be Cronkite. Crowd reacting, I think, to the fact that Fleming was on the ice. We'll take a look at it again. Back behind, there's the cross-check as you saw it.
I think it was more of a, not really, I think it was more of an accident. He saw Cronkite coming in. He just got his hands up. They both the sticks came up at the same time, and He just ended up on the short end of the stick, as they say. Oh,
you ought to be a comedian. Did anybody ever tell you that?
Bad pun.
Well, now the Kennedy fans are up and cheering. They're pointing fingers at Jefferson, who now will enjoy a power play and a chance to get in it. Bianchi's shot is knocked down and it goes loose to the right. Jason Miller plays it to the corner. Grafstrom there tries to slide it up to the left point. Now John's taken off the play by Miller, and Landreth comes out. 3 shorthanded goals the other night against Washburn for Kennedy with this very same personnel on the ice. Miller, Decker, and Landreth, and Parent, and a big shot is knocked down by Thane Hawkins. Tony Bianchi now finds the puck. If the Jags are going to get back in it, they need one right here. Soderdahlin fires it to the corner, and the Jaguars play dump and chase, and Parent wins the race to the puck, but Grafstrom keeps it in. Now Mike Parent is deep. Rounds the boards with his shot, and now Bianchi plays it for Soderdahlin, who has a little room over there, but he's tied up by Landreth. And as he tried to slide the puck across, it went off the skate of Joe Decker. And all the way back now into the Jaguar end, where Peterson finds it. Across the red center line and across the Eagle line. Peterson, the defenseman's maneuvering. And McGowan got there at the last second to deflect his shot wide. Centering pass tipped away, and now McGowan comes back for the Eagles. Heil just on the ice to stand him up at the line. No one wants to lose puck, but Walinga does it. He just misses wide to the left. And then the Jaguars ice the puck on a power play. Boy, I'll tell you, the Jaguars have played a good hockey game, but not a great hockey game, and that's the kind of game you got to play against Kennedy. They knew it coming in. Did coach Tom Soderdahlin. Tom is assisted, of course, by Tony's father, John Bianchi, and Jim Wanshura. The managers who've been with the club all year working hard, Brian Moore and Dan Ryan.
Getting back to what you were saying, Ralph, about playing a good game. That's the difference between being a good team and being a great team. A great team can play okay and win, but still be strong enough to win. An okay has to play great to win against a great team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a little too technical for me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The good teams can play okay and still win.
All right. I got what you meant, but
the average team's got to play great all the time to win.
Yeah.
And that has to do with personnel.
Certainly glad we cleared that up. 9 seconds remaining in the power play for the Jaguars.
I'll get you for that one.
They'll have a face-off at center ice here, just inside the Bloomington Kennedy Eagle end of the red center line. Now McGowan and Sedgwick face off, and Walinga finds the puck and clears it.
Does what?
Clears it. Loose again at center ice. Walinga's knocked down, and now back comes McGowan. A big check from Condon, and Sedgwick picks up the loose puck as the Eagles are back at full strength. Wade Sedgwick across the Kennedy line. Kevin Kelly trying to fire it out, but Schwartz keeps it in with a nice play at the blue line and now carries it deep to the corner, but Kelly rides him off the play. And an interesting play there as Sedgwick checked his teammate Dave Flamang right into Pat McGowan, and so they'll blow the whistle, or so they did blow the whistle, and the faceoff will come to Chris Lynn's right. 8 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. And I think trying to keep the audience aside, your Kennedy Eagles are on their way, gang, to the Civic Center. Is that being a little too bold at this point, or?
Well, 8 minutes is a long time, but again, against the team like Kennedy, I think it's pretty safe to say that they're gonna come. They're gonna be heading for the Civic Center.
Stansbury floats one through that Hawkins almost watched go into the net. Now Stansbury again. His backhand shot goes up high and wide. Manuel finds the puck. Loose in the corner. He centers it. Now back of the goal. Bauer's there. Bauer with one of the Kennedy Eagle goals. Stansbury has one as well. I don't know if they've changed the scoring on that goal yet, but it was Bauer's, not Decker's. And they scored! Stansbury jams it in on the short side. And the Eagles are cocking the hammer as they have 8 minutes, 13 seconds remaining until they can fire the final shot and put the Jaguars to bed. it's got to make them happy as larks over there. We'll look at it again. Stansbury just persistent. Hawkins didn't cover the puck, and now they're waving bye-bye on the Kennedy side to their friends from the Jefferson Jaguars.
Now here's the dilemma for you. Being the coach of the Jaguars, do you take Hawkins out and put Hansen in and let him play because he's also a senior? The last game, they've, almost for sure have lost this game. Are going to be finished now. Now, do you take Hawkins out, making him feel bad, and putting Hansen in because he's also senior and maybe he deserves to play in this last game as much as Hawkins does?
I'll tell you this, I think Bob Hansen came expecting not to play today. Win, lose, or draw, Hawkins is their guy, and I don't think they'd be upsetting anyone. Hansen and Hawkins have played plenty this season, and although it's the Met Center, hey, listen, Hawkins, I'll tell you what, Hawkins ain't going nowhere. Price plays it ahead. Miller off the near boards for Chad Pittico. Here comes Pittico and Decker 2-on-2. Chad with a speed move puts it across. Miller to Decker and a hat trick for Joe.
Kroenke made that pass over in front of the net to Decker, and it was a beautiful pass. Decker just hummed it right by Hawkins. I don't even think Hawkins even knew what was going on at that time. He was just watching the puck come out from behind the net. All of a sudden, Kroenke had the puck.
And the clock will continue to run. And here we go, section action. There's a 6-goal lead.
The puck over there.
Beautiful pass, and Hawkins didn't have a prayer. And now, I'll tell you, as I was so strong saying that Hawkins was going to finish the game, here comes Bob Hansen, and I stand corrected. They will keep the clock running anyway. Joe Decker gets his hat trick. And in the official scoring, he's got 4, but I saw the replay, I saw the play, and I know these Eagles, he's got 3. Now it's loose again in the Kennedy Eagle zone, or the Jaguar zone rather. Tex Golding in there with Carlson. A couple of players that haven't seen much ice time tonight, and today rather. All this, Doug, this day and night thing is just screwing me up. I never know where I am and what time it is, and I don't even drink anymore. Landreth across the line. Bob Hansen clears it away. Now Jeff Soderdahlin comes out to center ice. Cosmetics the only factor now in the final score as Soderdahlin shot sails over the top of the Kennedy net. Parent for Landreth. Long pass for Kyle McLean. It's McLean and Tex Golding. And also John Carlson. First time that this line has seen ice time tonight. They're excited. They're all going to the Civic Center. I'll tell you the other one that I'm wondering about. How did Edina make it to the section final? I mean, people have gone broke betting against Willard Eichela, I grant you that, but how did they get there? They're a team of freshmen and sophomores. They dropped steadily all the way through the year, through the polls, and they're playing Minnetonka today, and if Edina makes it to the tournament, I may put up a Willard Eichela statue in my living room. I mean, that guy's unbelievable.
The question is, are the freshmen and sophomores, how experienced are they?
They got this far,
just because they're freshmen and sophomores. One thing I didn't agree with when I came to college was they were saying, well, the freshmen and sophomores, you make freshman and sophomore mistakes, but hey, not everybody is a freshman and a sophomore mentally. And you have that part of the game, and maybe a lot of those guys that are playing for Edina, are a little bit more mature than your average freshman or sophomore, and that's what's making this team so good.
Well, I'll tell you what else is they got a freshman there named Tommy Nevers. And he's something else on Willard Eichela's Edina Hornet team. But right now we got Kennedy and Jefferson. This is called filling time, friends. Walinga makes it 8. Oh, it glanced off the crossbar and came right back out. Their bid for 8-0 was turned away by the Iron. Now Schwartz tries to clear the zone. Andy Miller finds it. We're sending Doug Cole down, and with hopes that we'll be set up to have some kind of an interview after the game here with one or two of the Kennedy people. An old hop-along Cole, who ripped his knee up playing floor hockey of all things, never a scratch in high school, college, rather juniors, I would say, because he's from Canada, college, and then in the European leagues, plays floor hockey, and and he'll never be able to play anything again. Now, Kelly Hultgren, his first ice time tonight to Andy Miller, and Schwartz plays it ahead for Halverson. Manuel there, and in comes John Harden, fast on the right side. Drop pass, backhand shot by Stansbury, and he gets the hat trick. Two hat tricks, one for Joe Decker, and this one by Dave Stansbury. And the Jaguars are being blanked by what could be the best team in the state. Here it comes again. Stansbury on his backhand just rifled it through. Hansen's in there now. Hansen and Hawkins have both played in plenty of games this season. They've had a great year, have the Jefferson Jaguars. Nothing to be ashamed about, but I'll tell you something. Jerry Peterson, head coach at Kennedy. Mark Hultgren, Wade Anderson are the assistants. Those guys have put together quite an awesome machine this year through the hard work of their players and the support of their fans. They are truly the state's #1 team. I did go and see Greenway play the other night, though, and I can't wait to see those two collide. It would be in the semis if they do, and that would be a great hockey game. Tex Golding at center. Also, we want to mention the manager of the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles, Tony Burnham. And there's all kinds of other people. Of course, Sonny Carlson's the athletic director for both schools. Sonny had himself quite a day-to-day, I'm sure. His two clubs playing against each other. As now Lindow lost it. A couple of players go down in front of Chris Lind. Under 2 minutes remaining, and here come the Eagles again. Carlson with Golding. Carlson fires it over the top of the net. Now McLean watches the puck go by him. DeFries plays it ahead for Nelson, who carries it by Marco Kreis. Now loose in the corner. Marco goes atop the puck, and that'll bring a whistle. The clock running with 1:40 remaining. Still counting down. Old Hopalong Cole is almost at the bench there. We try and talk to one or two of the Kennedy players. You never know with Doug who he's gonna dig up. We'd like to say that this is also our last broadcast of the year for hockey on BEC's Hockey 87. Here's the last chance down there, and it went off the bar. That's the one I thought was in. We've had a great time this year at Hockey 87. Mike Smith spent a lot of time out at the rinks on Saturday nights, giving up his Saturday nights to operate those cameras. We want a special thanks to Mike. And Grant Parker, who did all the work at Jefferson this year. Grant doing an outstanding job. Both those guys, students who really gave a lot of time this year to help us out at BEC. Plenty of other people as Schwartz. Chance to make Lynch shutout nil. Goes wide, and now here back they come again. Plenty of other people, headed by Tom Ringdahl over there at BEC. And now they're counting it down, 15-14. Ringdahl's crew, there's a great bunch of people with Lynn and Joe and all the other camera people, and I hate to forget anybody, but I'm not that good with names. 3, 2, 1, that's it! The Kennedy Eagles are going! The Section 5 representatives are the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles. They got there by defeating Bloomington Jefferson today. In fact, they shelled them 8-0. A hat trick for Joe Decker, a hat trick for Dave Stansbury. Third period scoring. Decker scored from Stansbury at 2:44 to make it 5-0. Stansbury scored from Bauer and Manuel at 6:47. Then to make it 7-0, Joe Decker got his hat trick from Pitico and Miller at 7:18. Then the last goal of the night to give Dave Stansbury his hat trick looked something like this. Well, not like that. Here it looked just like, there's Decker's goal. There's Decker's hat trick. And all kinds of funky stuff happening on the TV. This is like watching MTV, isn't it? Now we're back. And Stansbury got the last goal, 11:33, 8-0 for the Kennedy Eagles, who will be the Section 5 representatives at the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament. Now there's that guy, Mark Roseberg, or Rosebud, or what? I forget. Something. He's a guy from Channel 4, and he's down there now, and you know, we come out and do all this stuff, and they go out and get the first interview, of course. But anyway, listen, we're going to take a break, a short break for 10 seconds or so, or maybe a little longer. When we come back, we'll have our own interview with the Kennedy players right after you watch this. This is, or has been, the Section 5 championship game. You're watching it on BEC's Hockey 87.
Hi, I'm Doug Cole down on ice with number 9, Dave Stansbury. He's a junior center. He got 3 goals all year long. Now he got 3 goals today. Dave, nice job. How'd it feel?
Well, it was the best feeling. I really like to do that. I had a lot of chances throughout the season, and it just seemed like they all came to be right now.
Yeah, just earlier, Joe Decker brought over and gave you the game puck. I mean, he's a guy that everybody seems to be after, but hey, you're the man of the hour. He got 3 goals, but I think, in my opinion, you overshadowed him. You came up big when you needed to come up big.
Yep, well, Joe's a big player, and he's become up big all year, and the coach just wanted us to, you know, he wanted my line especially just, you know, to come through today, and I'm glad we just came through.
Okay, we're going to have to get off. The ice machine's coming.
Okay, we're back up here at the press box, high atop the wonderful Met Center here in Bloomington. You just saw the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles defeat the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Final score, Kennedy goes out 8-0. They're going to go to the St. Paul Civic Center next week. They are the Section 5 representative. They will join other schools like, of course, from Section 1, Burnsville. Section 2, it'll either be Roseville or Duluth East. Section 3 is already set. It's Hill-Murray. Section 4 is South St. Paul. We're from Section 5, Bloomington Kennedy. Section 6 will either be Minnetonka or Edina. Section 7 is the Greenway Coleraine Raiders. They will meet the Section 5 team, that's Kennedy, in the semis if they both get that far. Section 8 is War Road. I talked to Larry Ross, the coach up at International Falls for some 30 years the other night. He said, watch for War Road. They're a tough team. They're quietly 21-1, maybe not so quietly, but the state high school tournament this year looks to be quite a festival and quite a lot of fun, especially if you're a Bloomington Kennedy fan. For my partner, Doug Cole, for Tom Ringdahl in the truck, and all the wonderful people at BEC Hockey 87, I'd like to say thank you very much for joining our broadcast. We'll see you next year. Holy smokes. We'll see you next year or whenever on the next BEC Hockey 87. Until then, take it easy and have a real good day, everybody.